Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the sunny Central Coast for your Round 6 SRL Premiership clash. Hans Bunce leading out the visitors, the Auckland Warriors, up against the home team here today, the Sydney Roosters. Their skipper Matty Harris marching out to the roar of this parochial home crowd here. And what a game it is for both teams. Both teams not the ideal start to the seasons that they would have liked, so they've got a lot to play for here today, and what a game it would be to come away with a result for both sides. The Warriors with 2 wins and 3 losses to start this season, but of course the earlier off-season scandal, which saw them lose 4 competition points, now means they sit on 0. So they're on ground 0 at the moment, but they need a win here today to start pressing towards the top end of the ladder. But for the Roosters, Matty Harris, an unprecedented 1-4 start to the season. And both teams coming off some big losses last week, as Barner will take the first hit up of the game. The Warriors going down to the Rabbitohs and the Roosters going down to the Sharks 38-0. Was the 4th biggest win from an SRL team, holding a team to 0. Or something like that. Obviously stats are not my best suit, but 6 again. Referee ruling that the Roosters did play out that. And the home fans not too happy about that decision, as the Warriors now entering the Roosters side of the field. And Barner catches that one a bit awkwardly, but he'll straighten it up there. And for Chance Bunce and John McCartney, it was a win for the Weta in the Aotearoa Origin Series, 20-12. What a thrilling game it was, and they'll be looking to back up their form from AO into Clubland, as we see McCartney swing it out to Corcoran with an offload to Saddle Cart. And Saddle Cart's brought down in a 2-man tackle there. Fourth now, the Warriors inside the red zone. Paddy Corcoran winds up with it, runs it straight at Matty Harris. He's brought down 5th and last here, about 14 away from the line. The Warriors drop back to Saddle Cart. It's a good kick. They're going to let it bounce. And who's on the end of it? It's Saddle Cart, chasing up his own kick, and the Wars will score the first points of the game. The Warriors 5'8", Josh Saddle Cart showing great awareness and just chasing his own kick down. There was a perfectly placed bomb, and Marshall Edwards just giving it too much space. It allowed JSC to scoop up on it. And a great start here for the Warriors. Obviously, they want to get a win in today's game. They want to get their first 2 points, official 2 points. Also, while we're here in front of this beautiful Central Coast Stadium crowd, let me also give an honourable mention to Ethan Goodwin, former Manly vice captain. Of course, a big trade happening between him and Cody Ogg that sees the 2 swap clubs. So Ethan Goodwin, his debut for the Roosters here tonight, as Butler will look to get them back underway, and the Warriors leading 6-0 with just under 4 minutes played here from the Central Coast. Your TBC Live SRL Premiership game, the first of your Tuesday action here. And stay tuned, because after this game, we are going to head to the foot of the mountains in Penrith for what will be a cracker clash between the Panthers and the Knights. As Marcus Square takes the hit up now. Taken by Ether as Corcoran runs it straight. Matty Harrison, Bruce Buckley, I believe, taking him down there. And Daniel Engo will have a crack now. But he stopped just in front of the 30 here for tackle for the Wires. Where will they go? They swing it out. Cut out ball to Lee Simon. And it'll be 5th and last here for the Warriors. And a fair contingent of Warriors fans in attendance tonight. We know how much fans they have, especially on this side of the ditch. As Ethan Goodwin will take his first run in Roosters colours. Brought down there. They swing it short side to Tyler Weston, and Weston being shifted to the halves for this week. And we'll see how he goes there. And big hit on Ethan Goodwin. Jeez. That was a huge tackle there by Barner, I think it was. And Bruce Buckley just gets a big bump off with an offload, but Tiawa's there to scoop it up. And David Tiawa ends up with the ball just shy of the halfway. First tackle for the Wires now. Where do they go? They swing it Saddle Cart. Saddle Cart takes it to the halfway. And the Roosters defense will be looking to tighten up here as they swing it to Chance Bunce, and he's dragged down. Good tackle made there by Brad Goodwin. Third now. They swing it out, cut out ball back inside to McCartney, and McCartney just winds up with it. Fourth now, 7 minutes in here from the Central Coast. Cut out ball, Logan Strange, he finds space, gets past Harris. He just has to get past Marshall Edwards, and he'll drag three of them with him. 31 gain on the set for the visitors here. Fifth and last, where will they go? They're going to drop back into the puck. Oh no, they go from dummy, and a huge hit being laid on Jaden White. Oh geez, Bruce Buckley just give him a nice how you going, and that'll fizzle out the set for the Wires now. A great start to this game from both sides. Very physical stuff early on. As we see the Roosters play it out to Weston, and Weston winds up with it. Taken down, third tackle now. The Roosters give it out to Matty Harris. Matty Harris puts on a big fend. To Paddy Corcoran, I think it was, but he's brought down. Fourth now, shy of the halfway. They'll drop it back to Weston. Weston will just punt it downfield. It might have too much on it, and it does. It dribbles out, so it'll be a set restart for the Wires. 7 tackles set here, and not what you want to concede. Thought he was going to have a crack at the 40-20, but he just tried to boot his team out of danger, and unfortunately it'll turn things around for the Roosters, but nonetheless. The Warriors now on the 30. Logan Strange again finding another bit of break there. Bit of space, I should say, and second tackle inside opposition half for the Wires as they swing it to David Tiawa, who's wrapped up in a 2-man tackle. White now gives it to Saddle Cart. Oh, Engo just gets laid out again. Brad Goodwin, what a game he's having early on. Fourth tackle now, the visitors give it to Simon. Simon's one-on-one with Edwards, but Edwards will read him. And he'll be brought down in a 2-man tackle with Weston there to give him a hand. Fifth and last now, shy of the 10. They drop it to Saddle Cart, and Saddle Cart just spills his lollies, Matty Harris. Oh, if he was an outside back, he probably would have been gone, but the big fella doing a great job to scoop up that mistake there. And the Roosters not wanting to concede too much inside, obviously. We know how deadly this Warriors attack can be, especially when they're clicking. But the Roosters have got a staunch forward pack. Still mixing up their team list, and when you're 1-4, it can be understandable. They're trying to find that right combination, that right formula. And you would have thought the game against the Rabbitohs would have done them wonders, but unfortunately for the Roosters, they're looking to dig themselves out of this hole early in the season, and they're going to try and do that here today in front of a great home crowd in the Central Coast, sold out. Matty Harris, the experience, will be looking to utilise his leadership as the Warriors let it bounce, and Marcus Square, what is doing? He just watched that one dribble all the way towards him, and he should have just left it, or at least tried to make a play at it earlier, but nonetheless, an unforced mistake from the Warriors now sees the Roosters with a prime opportunity inside their half now. 13 played so far. The Roosters will play this one about 35 from the line. Matty Harris straight through the middle, taken down there. Great 2-man tackle from the Wires. Second now. The boys from Bondi, where will they go? They shifted inside to Buckley. Buckley finds a bit of room, but it's quickly closed there. Third now. The Roosters swing it out. Kerrigan playing at second row this week. We'll see how he does in the 11 jersey. Fourth now. The Roosters go short side, out wide. Justin Dolan trying to barge his way across, but he'll be driven back. Fifth tackle now. Great cover by Cooper Gronk as the Roosters knocking inside the red zone. They'll drop back in the pocket. Blair Curtin puts up a good bomb. Who's going to end up with it? Marshall Edwards is waiting for the tap back. Square comes up with it. Watch out for the big fella. Marcus Square trying to redeem himself after that blunder play earlier, and he does a great job in the air. An aerial weapon for this Wires team, especially considering how tall he is. You just won't get much past him, but David Tiawa winds up with it now. Another forward that's been having a great season in the SRL. He's been doing some big things, good numbers. As we see Engo wind up with it. Fourth now. Warriors, where will they go? Will they try 40-20? They drop it to Saddle Cart. Saddle Cart just tries to dig it downfield, and Edwards will end up with it. Oh, watch out. Buncey's there, luckily, because Edwards just went through that gap. And the Roosters shifting it out wide to Ether, and Ether's brought down. Good tackle by Lee Simon. Second now, the Roosters Trying to capitalise here as they enter the halfway, and they do so through Marshall Edwards. Great step there from the Roosters fullback, trying to cement his name in the Roosters #1 jersey as they go back inside to Matty Harris. Harris will take it to the 30 now. Fourth, where will they go? The Roosters go infield. Weston cut out ball, inside ball to Buckley. Buckley just winds it up on the 20, fifth and last. 45 gained on the set for the Roosters. Slow play the ball as Buckley gives it to Curtin. Double pass out from Butler to Weston. Weston puts up a high bomb. It's shallow though. Aaron White ends up with it, but he's brought down in a great take. And the Warriors again relieving the pressure inside their own red zone as Engo winds up with it. It's been a very tough physical battle between these two teams so far, and obviously there's a lot on the line. You know, a win will do so much for their confidence and momentum. A loss would be demoralizing for either side. Whoever ends up the runners-up in tonight's game, effectively you could even argue that they're fighting for their season. They're fighting for their finals hopes. As Jaden White gives it to John McCartney, and he'll put in a good kick there. It won't have enough distance, and Dolan will field it. Steps one, tries to cut inside between Bunsey and his teammate, but Bunsey just too much experience from the OG as we see Harris give it inside to Brad Goodwin. Another big bump off, and Brad Goodwin, what a stint he is having for Sydney. The Roosters now give it out infield. Weston, Marshall Edwards will just run it straight at David Tiawa. Get some good post-contact meters on the play there, so the Roosters cooking up here as we see Bruce Buckley end up with it. And what can they do here? East play the ball. Fourth tackle, cut out ball. Weston back out. Marshall Edwards. Ethan Goodwin steps one, but he won't get past the other. Ethan Goodwin trying to make an impression on his club debut for the Roosters. Fifth and last now, 20 minutes played. Matty Harris gets the ball, puts up a shallow bomb. Who's going to take it? It's Cooper Gronk, and he's driven back by Matty Harris, but he'll stay in the field of play. And great defense there from Matty Harris and the Roosters, but the Warriors just diffusing those high balls once again. And you got to wonder if the Roosters need to chance their arm with some grubbers, because the aerial game is just covered right now. It's a no-fly zone. The Wires doing a great job here. Third tackle now, 21, still deep in their own half. They need to get it out. Maybe John McCartney will look to kick them out of trouble here. He's lined up, but he'll take the pass out to David Tiawa, and Tiawa trying to get some extra meters, bit of breathing room for the visitors. Fifth and last now, 22 gained on the set. Where will they go here? The Warriors, they drop it back. Settle Cart's there to take it. Just boots it downfield as far as he can, sends it towards Marshall Edwards, and Edwards being brought down in a great tackle. Not sure who it was. It might have been Joe Turner Jr. if I'm not mistaken. I have the memory of a peanut sometimes, so it's a bit hard to read these picnic jerseys. I can't really see the name and numbers, but nonetheless, Edwards now. Third tackle there, shy of the 40. Inside Warriors half as they shift it from Butler to Kerrigan, and Kerrigan takes the run. But he's brought down in a good tackle there from John McCartney. Butler gives it inside ball to Daniel Punch, and Daniel Punch taking his first hit up of this half. 23 now, fifth and last. Where will they go? East. Give it back to Butler, and Butler will send it towards the corner of Cooper Gronk. Cooper Gronk will have a bit of space to play with. He tries to break through the gap, and it closes in very quickly there. Marshall Edwards, great defense from him. But the Warriors now just 5 shy of the halfway. First tackle on the set as Logan Strange gets them to the other side now. 24 played in your SRL Premiership Round 6 clash between the Roosters and the Warriors, where the Aucklanders hold a 6-0 lead. 24 played here. Chance Bunce, watch out, steps through the middle, and he's just got to get past Marshall Edwards, but he's brought down. Great two-man tackle by Butler and Edwards. Short ball. Lachlan Lockyer driven back by Matty Harris. Fifth and last now. 83 gain on the set for the Warriors. What is the plan here? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to look? They drop back in the pocket to Saddle Carr. Puts up a high bomb. Who's going to end up with it? Ethan Goodwin's waiting for it. It's tapped back to Chance Bunce, but he's brought down. Great cover tackle from the Roosters. Desperate stuff. And Ethan Goodwin had his eyes on it. He was in good position, but Chance Bunce getting the tap back. But it was brought down, dragged down by the shoulders, and it stopped his momentum from going across the line as Tierney takes a run now. Lachlan Tierney bringing some impact off the bench for the Roosters. So we see Kerrigan wind up with it. Third tackle now. East, give it inside. Daniel Punch just runs it straight, but he's brought down. Roosters looking to get their first points of the game. They give it to Edwards. Edwards cuts back in field, but he's brought back by Chance Bunce. Just inside the 30, 48 gain for the Roosters. Where will they go? They drop it inside the pocket to Charlie Butler, and Butler will just stab it cross field to Marcus Square. Marcus Square stands there, but he gets a breakaway now. He's running along the sideline. He just has to beat one, and what a great tackle. What a great desperation tackle there. Ankle tap by Marshall Edwards. Marcus Square was just backing his speed, backing his power. It was a bit of a slow start there, but he kickstarted it back into gear, and what a run he made by Marshall Edwards. One of the Queensland Maroon reps of this season. What a great play there. Just gets the ankle tap in time and sends Marcus Square over the sideline, which will see the Roosters end up with possession inside the Wires half. And geez, bit of an ugly pass that one, but Weston does well to just hold on to it. And the home crowd here on the Central Coast getting behind the boys from Bondi as we see Kerrigan take the run up now. Second tackle, 27 played. The Roosters, inside ball, Matty Harris, he's got space, he just has to beat Bunce, but Bunce will read him like a book. Third tackle inside the 20, where will they go here? They shift it left side, Kerrigan, he'll take a run up through the middle. He's brought down on the 10. Fourth now, the Roosters, where are they going to go? They go back in field to Tyler Weston, and Weston just takes the run there. Fifth and last now, where will they go? East, looking around, scanning the field. They've got someone moving on the left-hand side of the field, and that's where they'll go. They drop it to Etho, who puts up a high bomb. The centre, will it be a tap back? Mellor ends up with it, but Mellor held once again. Great goal line D from the Wires. And geez, this game is just so physical, so tight. It's neck and neck, and no team wants to lose, obviously. But the way that they're playing, these teams are just playing out of their skins right now. And forward pass there from Tatum White, I believe, and that is an unforced error that just invites big pressure inside the 10 as the Wires get a huge hit there. Back inside, Matty Harris gives it to Kerrigan. Kerrigan will try and barge his way. He's turned around on his back. Second now, the Roosters so close to the line. Will they duff him? Dummy half, they'll just pass it to Butler, and Butler will stroll over the line there to get the first points of the game for East. And what a try it was. Simple stuff there. It was the forward pass turnover that just opened this lane up for the Roosters. And Charlie Butler scoring the first try of the game for Sydney. And he'll try and convert it from the sideline here. 4-6 is the score. Half an hour played. Kick to come as Charlie Butler will try and slide it left of the uprights. And he'll swing it too much to the left, and that'll be 4-6 in favour of the visitors. And the Warriors playing some good footy up until that unforced mistake. And could that be the one that turns this game around? Could that put a dent in their confidence and inadvertently spark the attack of the Roosters? Or will they be able to bounce back here? It's been 30 minutes played of some great footy on the Central Coast. Love being a part of these regional games, and the new concept we've introduced this season with the regional games. It's not the first time, obviously, but it's the first time we've properly themed and planned around it. As we see Jimmy Ralph, he's been moving all over the Roosters roster this season, all over the team. He's played at hooker, he's played off the bench, and now he's having a go at number 12. And be interesting to see how it goes. Jimmy Ralph looking to try and find himself a spot, a long-term spot in this lineup, you'd have to say. Fourth tackle now, the Roosters knocking on the door as they approach. Straight through, Weston is gone, and he's read there by Bunce, who has to come up as the last line of defence. Fifth tackle now, 32 played. Sydney, where will they go? They drop it to Matty Harris. Matty Harris puts in a great punt. I'll tell you what, it's got a good angle on it, and what a kick there from Matty Harris, the Sydney Roosters captain. Looking like a half with that one. He just stabbed it towards the corner. And it's a good way to get a breather for his team, just to resettle and pin the Warriors deep in their own half. Great ball from Matty Harris. He's making me look like looking like a part-time half. The way he just kicked that ball. Oh, big hit there on Paddy Corcoran. Geez, the Roosters, they're fired up after that first try being scored from Charlie Butler as McCartney ends up with it now. He'll take the run. Second tackle, the Warriors play the ball shy of the 20. Corcoran gives it to Lockyer, and Lockyer driven back. Look at the Roosters. This Bondi wall. just bringing some immense defensive pressure on the Vars. Joe Turner Jr. now takes the hit up there. They're about 35 from their own line, the Warriors. Saddle cut, dishes it to Chance Bunce, gives it inside to Jai McCartney, and McCartney's brought down. And a good tackle there from Charlie Butler. 5th and last now. Where will they go? Auckland, they give it to Corcoran, and Corcoran will try and have a stab at it. It's a great kick, but who's there? Justin Dolan, watch out. Oh, and he's met red there in a great tackle. Aaron White, I believe it is. And just barely any give between both sides. It's 4-6. Only 10 points scored in this first half. As Butler swings it out to Marshall Edwards. Steps one. He just has to beat Buncey. But Buncey is just everywhere here in this first half. All over him as we see the Roosters play it inside the 40. Weston now swings it out. Gives it to Matty Harris. And Matty Harris will wind up with the ball. Brought down shy of the 30. 4th now. Where will they go, the Roosters? Back infield. Cut out inside to Kerrigan. And Kerrigan just winds up with it now. 50 gain on the set. The Roosters, they drop it back. Charlie Butler. Oh, it's a shanker. And David Tiawa just snaps that one. Shrugs one off. Hits a goosey. And David Tiawa, what a run. Oh, geez. The Warriors number 11. One of their standout performers this season. And with runs like that, geez. It's no wonder he's having a season because he is just playing out of his skin here. Second now, the Wires. They give it outside to Lee Simon, who steps back inside, and he's just met by Weston and Jimmy Ralph. 3rd tackle now. Warriors cut out ball. Lee Simon gives it to White, and White's gone. White just needs to get past Edwards, and White might get to the line. He does. And what a try there from Jaden White, the Warriors hooker. Marshall Edwards, I thought he had him, but White was just pumping those legs. Or was it Paddy Corcoran? Sorry. Oh, it was Paddy Corcoran. My apologies. Oh, what a great try from Patrick Corcoran. The Blues lock in game 2, and he gets his try here for the Wires, bringing in some origin form back to clubland. And what a great strike for the Wires. About 4 minutes or 3 minutes away from half time, and McCartney will stop this one. All money, you'd have to say. He won't pull a Musbet on this one. Straight in front of the sticks, and the Wires fans in attendance. Great number of them, and they're certainly getting behind their Wires here today. Up the Wires, the war cry goes as 37 minutes played here from the Central Coast. And what a game it's been from both teams. Warriors finding a way to strike late in this first half, and that'll give them a bit of breathing room. But the Roosters, they're a team that'll play till the 80, and with someone like Matty Harris leading the way, the experience, he knows what it takes to win premierships. He knows what it takes to win games, and he knows what it takes to get his side back in the game when they're down on the scoreboard, backs against the wall. You know, Matty Harris is someone that takes tremendous pride in his leadership, and he just can never rule the Roosters out. Still early on, plenty of footy left to be played, and Josh Saddle-Cart. The subs getting in the way, and the referee not making a call on it. The Roosters not too happy about it as David Tiawa runs it up there, and Blair Curtin just trying to get the ref to review that call on the obstruction, but we don't have captain's challenges in the SRL. So Chance Bunce winds up with it. 59 gained on the set for the Warriors. Where will they go? They drop in the pocket. Saddle-Cart puts up a high bomb. It's near perfect. Who's going to end up with it? It's Aaron White, and Aaron White, aerial weapon, just comes down with the ball and plants it. What a play there from the Wires. Great kick there from Saddle-Cart, and Aaron White with a specky on the back there. Oh, geez, the Wires, they strike again. And the visitors will land another blow heading into half-time. 4-16 is the score in favour of Auckland, but Jai McCartney with a kick to come, and he'll put some extra steps on it. He might try and bend it like JT. Jai McCartney, let's see what he can cook with. He'll swing it, but it's just not enough there. Probably didn't compensate too far to the left, however the saying goes from that bloke. Oh, geez, but what a game it's been so far. 4-16 in favour of the Warriors, and the Roosters will have to kick the ball off. So it'll be one more set here before we head into the sheds. Can the Roosters come back in the second half, or will the Wires continue this momentum? You'll find out here on SRL TV, brought to you by TBC Live. Saddlecart fields it. Barner will take the last hit up of the game, and it's 4-16 in favour of the Warriors. Half-time here at the Central Coast. Yes, hello and welcome back here to Central Coast, where the Warriors, the visitors, with a 16-4 lead over the Roosters. And it was a great first half from both teams, but the Warriors scoring 2 late tries towards the back end of the first half that season with this lead here. As we see Western field it now, dishes it to Brad Goodwin, and Goodwin will take the first run of the game. And Curtin gets away with it there from dummy. Second tackle now for the Roosters. And they'll be looking to get back on the board here. Obviously both teams with a lot to play for. And they don't want to go away wondering after today's clash, because it could be a dagger blow to their finals hopes if they're to come away without the win here today. And the Waz, the same as said. Both teams with so much on the line. Daniel Punch gets a break there, and he throws an intercept to Patrick Corcoran, and Corcoran intercepts it. And Bunsey will play the ball. It was a great run there from the Roosters, but an interception just lets it off the hook now. As we see John McCartney play the ball, making the shift to hooker this half, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes there. As Jaden White will slot into the 7 jersey, and David Tiawa just gets hit in a great tackle there. Fourth now for the Warriors. Where will they go? Aiden Lawrence taking his first run of the game. Marches them inside the Roosters half. Fifth and last now, 43 played in the second, and Jaden White will scoop up a mistake there. The ref not calling knock on, and the Roosters crowd not liking that one bit, as it's a turnover thankfully for the Roosters. And we'll get a flat ball out to Weston, and Weston will just wind up with it. First tackle now, where will they go? Ether, cutout ball to Ethan Goodwin, and Goodwin trying to inject himself in this game. He's been held quiet. The Warriors haven't really targeted his wing. Cutout ball. Weston gives it inside to Daniel Punch, and Punch will just run it. But he's driven back there by McCartney. Third now. East go inside. Brad Goodwin just gets laid out there by Logan Strange. Big hit. 4 tackle now. Roosters swing it out to the left-hand side. Josh Jensen will take it. Jensen coming off the bench, sliding into the number 3 position, with Mellett coming off as Marcus Square straight to him, but he's read there and brought down in a good tackle from Nicholas Ether. And McCartney now, captain on captain, as he runs it straight at Matty Harris. And these two have had some great battles in the past. Warriors, Roosters, Blues, Weta. Couple of great duels that they've had, as we see McCartney now. Gets him shy of the 40. They might try a kick here. They'll give it out. Bunce shifts it to Jaden White. Jaden White crossfield kick, but he's just overcooked that one. And that's a big mistake there from Jaden White. So it's a simple turnover for the Roosters. And Bunce gets the pass out. Jaden White, probably not used to playing in the halves too often. But that kick just had too much power on it. Not enough angle, as we see the Roosters with a prime chance now, knocking on the red zone. Tyler Weston takes the first tackle of the set for the Roosters, as the crowd finds voice here at Central Coast. Brad Goodwin taking him to the 10 now. Second tackle, the Roosters inside Kerrigan. Kerrigan trying to wind up with it. Third now, referee telling him play the ball as they give it cutout ball. Goodwin out to Jasper Goodwin. And Jasper Goodwin brought down the 3 Goodwins in the team. How could I forget? The Burgess brothers of the SRL, as Matty Harris winds up with it. Fifth and last now. Where will they go? Oh, it's a flat ball. Weston puts in a grubber, but it's knocked on there. And David Tiawa scoops it up once again, just sweeps around them. And the Roosters, obviously not the ideal start here for the second half. Well, it was. They had an opportunity given to them on the platter, but just fizzles out at the end. And Matty Harris trying to coordinate his troops to finish those sets and make sure they follow on those kick chases. As we see Logan Strange wind up with it now. What a game Logan Strange had last week. A double against the Rabbitohs. And he'll be hoping to replicate that form again here today. The Warriors out with a 16-4 lead as Logan Strange, the man we were just talking about, winds up with it once again on this set. Minutes shy of 50 minutes played in the second half of your TBC Live SRL Premiership game, round 6. Marcus Square driven down there by Marshall Edwards. That'll be fifth and last here for the Wars. The visitors drop it in the pocket to Settle Cart. Settle Cart boots it cross field. And Justin Dolan there hits the space. He has to get past Bunce, and he does so, but a great follow-up tackle there. Jaden White, I think it was. As Kerrigan now trying to just budge his way over towards the halfway line. Oh, from dummy, Blair Curtin, what a run. And he gets the offload away to Brad Goodwin, and Goodwin will take that one. Third tackle now, Sydney. They give it inside ball to Jasper Goodwin, and Goodwin will take it up there. Fourth now. Brought down by McCartney and Corcoran, I believe it was. Kerrigan ends up with it, and he's brought down on the 15 shy of his try line. Fifth and last now. East, they drop it back. Butler puts up a high bomb. It's perfectly placed. What a great kick, but there's no one there to take it besides Marcus Square. And Marcus Square doing a good job to just keep his cool there. As Logan Strange hits the gap now, brought down there. Great tackle from Marshall Edwards. Edwards been doing a good job at that last line of defence. But they can't rely on him to do it all here tonight. Chance Bunce. Oh, turns Goodwin inside out. Sorry, Edwards. And he shrugs off the two-man tackle. Chance Bunce playing out of his skin in this half, and he gets it shy of the 10 as we see a cutout ball to Paddy Corcoran, and Corcoran will just wind it up. Second tackle now. The Warriors inside the 10. They give it out. Oh, David Tiawa's got space. He just has to put the ball down, and he does so. David Tiawa. Call him Double Tiawa because he's got 2 tries to his name here today. Or was that his first try? I've already forgotten. Oh, jeez. How good am I? David Tiawa, what a great try. And if you're on the Muzbet for the bold try scorers, then you are up in arms in jubilance with that one. And geez, what a great try it was from David Tiawa. And that's what happens when you have that speed at the 11 position. You know, it has its ups and downs, but the ups can certainly turn things around for you. And the Warriors up 420. Love me some 420 as John McCartney slots it back over the middle. And it'll be 4-22 in favour of the visitors. 52 played here from the Central Coast for your TBC Live SRL Premiership clash in round 6. And it's a great venue here, Central Coast. Very picturesque, as some might say. I don't know where I pulled that one from. Bougie vocab as we see Butler gets the kickoff back on the way here. 53 played. White fields it, dishes it out to Logan Strange. Logan Strange will just wind up with it. And the Roosters need to be the next team on the score. And for the neutrals, for the home crowd's sake, you'd hope they would. Because there is a lot on the line for both teams. I just cannot reiterate how much this game will impact and affect their seasons. If the Roosters can pull a comeback here, they'll be on 4 competition points and they won't be too far off top 8. But if the Wars get the win here, they could potentially leapfrog the Roosters. I should have checked the ladder. But it'll get them off the bottom of the ladder as Marshall Edwards driven back, and a great tackle by David Tiawa, and John McCartney forces him back in field. And the Wars fans getting a good look at that one on the replay as the Roosters will be forced to kick the ball out. A drop kick here from Butler to Corcoran. Corcoran cut out ball to Strange, and Strange driven back here. Slotting in at the prop position in the second half, Logan Strange. They give it out. Bunce cuts it out to Ixatoki. Ixatoki cuts in field. Marshall Edwards there to bring him down. Assisted by Charlie Butler. Second tackle now. The Wars shift it infield. Aiden Lawrence takes the run up. Couple post-contact meters from the Prince of the 09. Third tackle now. Jai McCartney tries the Jameson shuffle. I don't think he plays enough hooker to know how to hit it properly. Well, great meters on that run nonetheless here from Jai McCartney as Jaden White ends up with it. Runs it straight inside The 10, fifth and last now, the Waz. Can this be the one? Can this be the play? It's a huge bomb from Saddle Cart. Who's under it? Bunce is there. Bunce scores. And the Warriors are across the line once again. Chance Bunce, his first try of the day. And he was just waiting like a fisherman, waiting for someone to bite, and he reeled it in. And Marshall Edwards doing a great job to try and save the play, but it's just too much speed, too much power, and too much class from Chance Bunce. And the Warriors, if they stay on track here, they will score their first 2 points on the league ladder, but McCartney will just miss this one. I thought it was good, but it's waved away. So 4-26 in favour of the Aucklanders. The Kiwis doing a great job here today. And the Roosters, you know, they actually haven't been bad in my opinion. It's just been those mistakes that the Warriors have capitalised on that's really separated the two sides. But there's still a lot of footy left to be played. You just never know what can happen in the SRL. You never want to give up hope early. Nothing's ever assured. Nothing's ever guaranteed here, as we see Barner wind up with it. Give it to Corcoran, and Corcoran will take the run up.
That's his
second tackle now. The Warriors give it out to David Tiawa. What a game he's had, David Tiawa. Attack and defense. McCartney dishes it. Saddle Cart inside to Lawrence, and Lawrence will try and get them to the halfway. He'll get them just. Fourth now. The Waz swing it inside. David Tiawa. 42 gained on this set from Auckland as we see them play the ball. John McCartney will dish it back in the pocket to Saddle Cart. Saddle Cart, oh, teammate in the way, and it's an offside. The line not getting back behind the kicker in time, and Charlie Butler with a chance to get the Roosters back in this game. And if you're a betting man, you're probably thinking that they have to score on this set, the Roosters. East will play the ball. Curtin dishes it out to Matty Harris. Matty Harris says, give me that. Give me the rock. I want to run it. First tackle now, shy of the 10. The Roosters give it inside. Weston cut out ball to Butler, and Butler's driven back. Second now. Slow down on the play the ball there as Butler gets back to his feet. Inside ball, Marshall Edwards. Marshall Edwards is through straight under the sticks. Great try there for Sydney. And the Roosters are back on the board. First points of the second half for them, and Marshall Edwards just hit that gap with enough speed to take them all the way to the try line. As we take a look on the TBC Live replay, steps Chance Bunce, and Corcoran making a dive at him, but just too fast for him. And Charlie Butler, what a game he's had so far. He's been very good with the kicking, and he'll try and convert this one straight from in front, but Marshall Edwards opening that play up beautifully for East, as we see Butler sink this one, so it'll be 10-26 here in favour of the visitors still, but the Roosters with a glimmer of hope, a glimpse of life now. 14-point deficit, 20 minutes to go. I'll tell you what, 14-point deficit, 16-point deficit. Oh, my mathematician is so on point. 60 played here at the Central Coast, and what a beautiful day it is. A lot of rain scheduled, forecasted for tonight, but we've been lucky to just miss out on it. But the Warriors will be looking to rain on the Roosters parade, and the Roosters will be looking to fight back. And you got to say, it's unfamiliar territory for Matty Harris and the Roosters if they end up losing tonight's game with a 1-5 start to the season. It'll be interesting to see what else they will do in terms of the trade window, if they'll try and make a big splash to turn their season around, or if they'll just work and develop with what they have. Oh, man, Hayden Miller gets laid out in a huge tackle, but they let him get back up. Maybe a bit of mercy shown on that play there, a bit of sympathy, but nonetheless, the Roosters not complaining. Fifth and last now. They'll drop it back, cut out ball to Charlie Butler, puts in a short squib kick there, and Aaron White scoops it up. And that was just a shocker of a kick from Butler. And the Warriors now through Aiden Lawrence, who hits the gap, and he's just going to cut in field with a nice offload to Daniel Engo. Engo forced to take that one now. Second tackle for the Wires. They shift it inside. Tiawa winds up with it and gets them inside the 30. Where will they go from here? The Warriors give it out. Jaden White gives it to Chance Bunce. Chance Bunce is gone. Chance Bunce brought down there. Great defense from the Roosters. 63 played here. Fourth tackle was the Visitors. Oh, that one looked a bit forward for my liking, but the referee's saying play on here. Fifth and last now. 81 gained on the set. Where will they go here, the Visitors? They drop it back inside the pocket. Saddle Car puts in a grubber, and it's Cooper Gronk. Cooper Gronk just has to run onto it. Playing at the prop position, and Cooper Gronk, the speed, just too much for them to contain. Perfectly hits that gap. And there was a great short ball from Saddle Car. I think it was straight to Cooper Gronk. And the Wires fans, the Kiwis, they're loving it. 20-point lead now, and with a kick to come from in front, John McCartney will make it a 22-point lead. As we see a few of the fans here in the stadium starting to make their way through the gates. There's still plenty left, obviously, but you'd have to say a majority of them are probably Wires fans. And they'll be in a driver's seat from this point onwards. They just have to take care of the footy, finish off the sets, and the Wires will be off to a 3-3 start on this season. It's been 3 losses on the trot for the Warriors prior to this game, if I remember correctly. And this will do wonders for their confidence if they get the result here today. And Gronk, the try scorer, takes the first hit up. White now. He'll have a go. For the Roosters, as I spoke about earlier, questions being asked. What are they going to do? How are they going to approach the trade window? David Tiawa with a break and an offload. Watch out, Lee Simon's there to take it. But the Roosters. Oh, what a big hit there from Bruce Buckley. Oh, geez, that was a smash. That was a huge hit there, forcing the ball loose. And I'll tell you what, Buckley is someone that's not going to go down wondering here tonight. The Roosters still playing right through till the end, and that's that sort of spirit that they show. You know, they just go right through till the end, but obviously they would love to turn their season around, and they have, or they do not have much breathing room to do it at this point. The hypothetical scenario of a 1-5 start to the season means that the Roosters, if we go off last season, they can only afford to drop 2 more games, because the Knights were the only team in the 8 that, or were one of the only teams, they were in the 8th seed with a 6-7 record. So if you're the Roosters, you probably do not want to drop any more than 7, or you could probably rule a line through your finals hopes. But for the league's sake, for the sake of competitiveness, I hope that the Roosters can turn it around. Because we know how good they are, and especially when they're on fire, when they're clicking and playing their best footy, they are an eye to behold. But the Warriors, they've got just as much to play for, and they've certainly been playing like it here today. Is Chance Bunce, oh, with the offload, and it's turned around back to Milo Kerrigan. They're trying to drag him out. Chance Bunce probably just forcing his hand there, but nonetheless, the Roosters won't be complaining, as the Warriors, I spoke about earlier, win today, we'll see them with 2 competition points on the league ladder, and that'll get them up and running for a late surge to the top 8 as we approach the halfway mark, round 6. How quick has it gone already? And we still can't wait, because we've got Indigenous round just around the corner as well. Some beautiful games there to be played. One of the great new themes and ideas that we've brought to the SRL this season, Indigenous round. Stay tuned for it, because it's just around the corner. Tyler Weston gets a punt towards the corner of Marcus Square. Marcus Square steps Ethan Goodwin, but he might be taken out of bounds. Referee Touchy getting his eyes on it like a hawk and saying that he stayed in bounds here. So the Warriors looking to capitalise through saddle cart. John McCartney will play it. Buncey hits the step. Watch out. Marshall Edwards has to bring him down, and he does so. Great defense from Marshall Edwards. As we see McCartney give it cutout ball. Cooper Gronk winds up with it. Runs it straight at Jasper Goodwin. and Bruce Buckley. Saddle cart, infield, inside to Bunce, and Bunce gives it to White, and Jaden White takes him shy of the 20. But that'll be 61 gained on the set here. 5th and last for the visitors. Aaron White, oh, it's off the head there, the Falcon, and Lawrence just winds up with the ball. 5th and last now, turnover. 72 played here from the Central Coast. And the home side, the Sydney Roosters, trying to get, a consolation try or two before it's all said and done here. But 10-32 is the score, as the Aucklanders on the 22-point lead at the moment. Few tippers may be hoping that the Roosters can score to get the Wires back within 9-18 range. I could be one of them. 73 played here from Central Coast, as we see Curtin give it out to Ether. And Nicholas Ether just punts it in the corner towards Marcus Square. Marcus Square brought down in the tackle from Ether. And Tiawa winds up with it now. And what a clash it's going to be next week for the Warriors, because if I'm not mistaken, I do believe they are taking the Cronulla Sharks at PointsBet Stadium. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty confident they're going to take on the Sharks, and what a game that's going to be. Sonny Tyre, John McCartney, Chance Bunce, that rivalry that goes back since season 6, and it's always a great battle with those players. Look at me bloody glazing myself. But then last here, Saddlecart gets a kick down towards Marshall Edwards. Edwards takes it on the full, finds a bit of space there, but it's honed in very quickly. Curtin now, flat ball out to Kerrigan, and Kerrigan trying to wind it up. As East look towards the left-hand side, it's off the shoulder, not played at. Dolan scoops it, saves the play. Gets them to the 40 now, the Roosters. Where will they go? What will they do with it? Jensen gives it out. Goodwin, inside ball to Mellett, and Mellett will take the run there. 4th tackle now. Where will they go here? Sydney, give it out. Dolan takes it, and Dolan's driven back. 5th tackle now. Roosters playing the ball here with just under 4 minutes to be played in the second half. Your round 6 clash. First one of your Tuesday evening, as Chance Bunce fields it well, but he's driven back in a great follow-up tackle from Butler. Inside from to Jaden White. And the Warriors just going to try and hold on to the ball here and hope that they can come away, or they will come away with a win here. That'll get them 2 competition points. 3-3 to start their season. Back on track, and it's going to do wonders for the boys from Auckland. As we see Tiawa with an outside run, looking like he was just going to go all the way out of bounds. He wasn't going to stop and cut in field. 4th tackle now. 2 minutes to go here. The Wires fans up in arms as Gronk hits the line. Taken off the ball. McCartney scoops it up. Oh, McCartney, I thought he was gone. 69. Gain on the set. Nice. 5th tackle here. 78 played. Warriors looking to send it off with a bang, as we see grab a kick. Oh, Miller just gets flattened after he saves that. Oh, I thought he was going to be dragged over the touchline, but he's brought it back in field. And this should be the last set of the game from Central Coast Stadium. And the home fans, unfortunately for them, not to be for the Roosters tonight. You can only help but wonder, what are the Roosters going to do? How are they going to turn things around here? Because they would have loved to have won this game. But the Warriors, from across the ditch, they have made the trek all the way to the Central Coast and come away with a huge win, a 22-point win. Surely they can't do one more. Surely they can't. And they won't. The Warriors of Auckland, 32-10 winners here today against the Sydney Roosters, and John McCartney, Chance Bunce will be happy with that one. Now sees the Warriors 3-3, the Roosters 1-5. Some unprecedented stuff here as we take a look at your TBC Live stats. And Edwards and Butler, the 2 try scorers for the Roosters, or the Warriors, Kiawa, Gronk, Saddle, Cart, Bunce, White and Corcoran all on the board. As we see, time in possession, Warriors 57%. The Roosters completing more of their sets, but the Warriors with more of the footy. More errors from them as well, and a penalty conceded. The Roosters having to make 10 more tackles with 188. But they had more missed tackles. Warriors only had 17 compared to the Roosters 24. And the line breaks 30 to the Warriors, 22 to the Roosters. As we take a look at the player ratings, and we'll start with the home side. Blair Curtin over 100 to over 200 run meters for them. One line break, two line breaks, one tackle break, and 2 try assists. Marshall Edwards, a try to his name, 4 line breaks, didn't miss the tackle. 3 shy of 150. Kerrigan, Weston, Buckley, and Matty Harris all over 100. Brad Goodwin 1 shy. It was a good performance from their middles, from their forwards. And geez, just looking at these numbers, I mean, Nicholas Ether held to 4 run meters on that centre position. Josh Jensen as well coming in the second half. It was hard for the Roosters to crack the edges and the wings of the Warriors' defence. But there were times throughout where the Roosters just showed great defence. And unfortunately for them, it just wasn't enough. The mistakes really costing them. And yeah, we've got to wait and see how the boys from Bondi can turn it around. But we'll take a look at the visitors now. The Warriors. Hans Bunce leading the way, 235 run meters, 12 tackles, 8 line breaks, and 1 try. David Tiawa, what a game, over 200. 14 tackles, 2 missed, 4 line breaks, and a try to his name as well. Jai McCartney, just 3 shy of 200, sliding into the hooker position in the second half. Jaden White, 161, 21 tackles, did not miss 1. How great was he? But look at this, Josh Saddle-Cart from the 6th jersey. 4 try assists to his name and a try. That is great stuff from Josh Saddle-Cart. And no doubt he's going to get some Sim VP points after that performance. Corcoran and Strange all over 100 running meters for the Warriors. Aiden Lawrence having a great stint here in the second half. 70 run meters, or just shy, 69 of course, from Lawa as we see. 12 tackles, only missed 1, got a line break. Engo, Ixotoki, Joe Turner Jr., Aaron White and Lockyer. Whole team performance here from the Warriors, but they were just too clinical for the Roosters here today. That'll mean that the Warriors finally get their first 2 competition points on the board. And for the Roosters, do they start hitting the panic button? Will we see some big changes in the trade window? Will they trust in their system and just try and find that perfect formula with the roster that they have? It's going to be crazy to see how things all unfold, particularly over the next few weeks. And that is just what makes the SRL so great. The drama, the excitement, the anticipation, all that good stuff. And I want to say thank you for joining us from the Central Coast, because coming up next, we're going to head to Penrith from the foot of the mountains as the Panthers take on the Knights in your second Tuesday evening SRL clash, brought to you by TBC Live. My name is Sonny Tyre. Thank you for joining us here from the Central Coast, and we'll see you on the next game.